My name is Kate Leslie, and I'm the Associate Director of Education at Syracuse Stage. Welcome to our online Young Playwrights Festival. Each year, hundreds of high school students from all across Central New York submit their 10-minute plays and performance pieces to us. We read all of these plays, and from this large group, select our top 16. These semifinalists are invited to a Young Playwrights Festival workshop, which we were actually able to have on March 8th. At this workshop, the plays are read aloud by a group of actors to a panel of professional playwrights and theater artists. These theater artists then critique the plays, let the playwrights know what they think is working, ask questions, try to get to the heart of what they're writing about. The playwrights then have the opportunity to rewrite and resubmit their plays. Now, in a normal year, we would select the top 8 from these and perform these plays on stage at Syracuse Stage. We actually have the opportunity this year to share with you all top 16 plays. On Tuesday and Wednesday, the semifinalist plays will be performed, and on Thursday and Friday, the finalist plays will be performed. I absolutely adore the Young Playwrights Festival. I think it's one of the best things that the Syracuse Stage Education Department does each year. There's no other time where I get to hear and listen to so many high school voices and hear really what they're thinking about and what they care about each year. So I love the Young Playwrights Festival, and I hope you do too. So enjoy the selection of plays for tonight.
Hi, my name is Riley Lenning, and I'm a senior from CNS. I was inspired to write my play, The Perfect Princess, by my own experiences that I had growing up watching women in media, and particularly how they were portrayed in children's media. But my favorite part of this whole amazing experience was the workshop that we were invited to, where we got to hear from professionals in this field, and we got to hear some of that feedback, and I thought that was a great opportunity to experience. And what I took away from this was mostly that I discovered that I actually do have an interest in creative writing, which was something I told my teacher multiple times I really did not find enjoyment in, so it was really nice to figure that out, that I actually do enjoy it.
Just sit down and watch your show, sweetie. Daddy will be home soon and I have to get dinner ready.
Okay, Mama.
Hello, children. What a beautiful day it is. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, and it's the perfect day to learn about how to be the perfect princess. The first rule of being a princess is to be kind and respectful to everyone around you.
But what if they're mean to you first?
You should still show them kindness. It's a very mature thing to turn the other cheek.
Can you hear me?
Of course I can. I have princess magic. It's my job to help guide as many young girls as I can through my program. I want to make sure that each girl has the best opportunity of reaching her full potential as a princess.
Wow, that's amazing! You think I could be a princess?
I believe that any girl who truly listens to my advice and tries her best to adhere to it can have a happily ever after. Now, back to the first lesson. A princess must be kind to everyone she meets.
Well, what about when Jack pulled my hair at recess? That wasn't very nice of him. Why should I be nice back?
Oh, silly. When little boys pick on little girls, it means they like them. Boys don't know how to talk about their feelings like you and I do because they don't mature as quickly. We have to be a good example for them.
But I don't want boys to like me. They're gross.
Oh, you'll definitely think differently one day. Don't worry. Every princess needs a prince.
I guess.
Wonderful. That leads me to the second rule of being a princess. You must never be bossy or loud. A princess is quiet and agreeable. Emma, do you ever put on a little plays with your friends?
Yeah, every day at recess.
Wonderful. That's a perfect example. How often do you and your friends disagree over who gets to direct?
All the time. It's me, Hannah, and Jack who want to do it. Mostly we take turns, but sometimes we fight because Jack wants to direct when it's not his turn.
Keep in mind what I said about boys not maturing as quickly as us girls. It's not very ladylike to get into arguments, is it?
But Jack's the one not being nice. He won't share.
Well, it certainly isn't ladylike to blame others, especially when you partake in the arguments as well, Emma.
But Jack...
It doesn't matter how everyone else behaves. A girl must be an example of the proper behavior in every situation. If you are not well behaved at all times, no one will like you and you will never find your prince.
Are you tired of things not fitting quite right? Slim's shapewear fits seamlessly under any outfit, with tummy to thigh control, no unwanted movement rolling up or down, and no visible panty line. Our shapewear shapes, lifts, and smooths in seconds. Feel better about your body with Slims.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm so excited for you all to learn how to be the perfect princess. I'm committed to making sure all of you learn how to behave most appropriately in every situation so that you all find your princes and have your own happily ever afters. I just know I could never be happy without my prince. Now, the third rule of being a princess is that you must always be presentable.
Does that mean I have to wear dresses and stuff all the time, even to bed?
Oh, of course not. That would be silly. There is appropriate attire for every situation. You wear your pajamas to bed, and that's okay. But if you were to wear them to school, that would be wrong, correct?
Yeah.
Well, there are other rules like that when you get older. For example, right now you can wear almost anything to school, right? Jeans, skirts, dresses, leggings?
Yeah.
Well, that changes when women grow up. When you get older and have a job, start dating, and start going to certain events, you will have to start dressing up, wearing skirts and dresses and makeup.
But I don't know anything about makeup. Mama doesn't let me wear any.
Well, that's all right. All beautiful women wear makeup. You'll learn eventually, and you'll learn how to take care of and do your hair as well. You know, it looks messy like that. You should try straightening it.
Why don't boys have to wear makeup though?
Oh, that's just silly. Boys don't wear makeup.
But why?
It's just not the way things are done and simply not appropriate to entertain the thought any further. Now moving on.
Fair. Why do I have to be nice all the time? Why do boys get to do all the fun stuff? I want...
It doesn't matter what you want. If you do not comply with these rules, you will stick out among your peers and they will stop spending time with you. You will be ostracized by other girls and rejected by boys. Your future will be over before it's even begun.
Kerbo from Weight Watchers is proven to encourage children and teens to eat healthier, move more, and feel great. Our traffic light system will help your family build healthy eating and lifestyle habits. Try Kerbo for 7 days free and be connected with a personal coach to guide you through your healthy eating journey.
There are certain expectations of girls that boys just don't have to face. Regardless of whether or not it is fair, is not the purpose of this program. I am acting as a guide to help young girls such as yourself adapt to these expectations so that you may succeed in society. I am performing a service to young women everywhere, and I will not tolerate any more of your disrespect. Do you understand? Good. Now, the final rule of being a princess is that you must take care of your body. In order to do that, you have to eat healthy and exercise frequently. It is recommended to eat smaller portions and more frequently throughout the day, and more than half of your diet should consist of fruit and vegetables. You should exercise for 60 minutes every day. It's important to keep your body in tip-top shape so that you feel good about yourself. Think about how good it would feel to know that when people look at you, they see a beautiful young girl.
I thought staying healthy was about what I think of myself.
Well, it is, in a way. Doesn't it make you feel good when you can, outrun someone else?
Yeah.
Or when you do better than someone on a test?
Uh-huh.
It's the same for being healthy. You feel good because you know that you're doing better than someone else.
But how can I tell if someone's healthy or not? Is it something you can see?
Well, it is a little more difficult, you're right. But think about it this way. What happens when you only eat sugar and junk food?
Mama said it's not nice to say.
It's okay. It's only us here.
You get bigger?
Exactly. Very good. And what happens if you don't exercise?
You get bigger.
Wonderful. So, wouldn't you be able to assume that if someone is bigger, then they're not making healthy decisions?
Oh, I get it now. The skinnier you are, the healthier you are.
Oh, perfect. You are so smart. You're going to grow up and be a beautiful princess, and any prince would be lucky to have you. I've taught you all you need to know for you to have your own happily ever after. If you follow my advice, you will grow up to be a beautiful and well-liked young woman.
Wow, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Emma, dinner time.
I have to go now. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Emma, come to the table. It's time to eat.
What's for dinner?
Grilled cheese and tomato soup, and I made extra because I know it's your favorite.
Thanks, but I don't think I'm gonna eat a whole lot.
Why not? Don't you like it?
I do, but we had pizza for lunch at school today. That's already a lot of carbs.
Oh, what a healthy decision. I'm so proud of you for taking an interest in what you're eating. The better you're about it now, the less you'll have to worry about it in the future.
Thanks, Mama.
Well, we have to wait for Daddy to come home before we can eat. So why don't you tell me about your day?
First, we did reading, then science and math. In science, we learned about the states of matter. Then in math, we took a quiz on math facts, and I only got one wrong. But Emily and Lauren got 3 wrong, so when we went over the answers, I helped them.
Wow, that's great. It sounds like you had a busy day. What about recess?
Jack and Lauren were fighting because Jack wanted to direct the play, but it was Lauren's turn and she wanted to do it. So I told them they should share and that they could be co-directors and both get their way. But Lauren said it was her turn and it wasn't fair and she wasn't going to share. I told her that sharing was the nice thing to do, but she didn't want to play with us anymore, so she left and we did the play without her. I feel kind of bad that Lauren didn't want to play with us anymore.
Emma, what you did was very mature. You came up with a compromise so that everyone could have fun. You can't control Lauren's decisions, but maybe when she realizes it's no fun to hang out by yourself, then maybe she'll want to come back and cooperate. You know, you really started to make some good decisions, and I'm very proud of the level of responsibility that you're showing. How about after dinner we go watch that new Disney movie as a reward?
Really? Thank you so much!
My name is Brooke Holbert and I'm a sophomore at Jamesville DeWitt High School. I wrote the play The Undo Button. It's actually kind of a funny story how I came up with the idea for my play. I was talking to my friend during lunch and we were talking about a class that we had before where we were designing a product on a computer, and we started discussing the different mechanisms on the computer and how helpful the undo button had been, strangely enough. And we kind of gotten the idea of what if there was an undo button in real life, and this really became the general basis for my play. This is the first play that I've written, and I definitely think I will continue writing plays because it was a very interesting process to go through. My favorite part of the festival was hearing something that I created read aloud by actors and actresses, and then having it critiqued by professionals was really fascinating. My biggest takeaway came through hearing plays written by other people because I was able to hear many different styles, and I think I learned a lot from this. I also gained a lot of knowledge on the process of writing a play because I really didn't know anything about it before. But I think the Young Playwrights Festival was really interesting and fun, and I would definitely want to do it again.
Stage curtains open, revealing Liam and Mia in the middle of a conversation. They are sitting in a school cafeteria across from each other at a lunch table.
I was thinking I might try to become a doctor. I heard they make a lot of money. The only thing is that I also heard it's a ton of memorizing long words and confusing diagrams.
Yeah, that makes sense. That seems like a good idea. Plus, if it doesn't work out, you can always go back and try something else.
I guess. It just doesn't feel right doing it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's great and all, but I almost feel bad for everyone who doesn't go to Pinewood High. They'll never know what it's like to just hit the undo button.
To be honest, I don't think people will ever get used to it. They're so set on determination and perseverance that, and they won't realize how much easier it is to just go back whenever you screw it up.
Maybe I'll go for something simpler. Or I could try sports.
I think you should go for the gold. So what if it doesn't work out? If it ends up putting you on the streets, just go to high school again and try something else.
You're right, I guess. I mean, at this point, I can get into any college I want to. Anyone from our school can.
I still don't get the rule about not using the undo button on schoolwork. The teachers can't even tell the difference.
Honestly, me neither. Missed a homework? No problem. Failed the test? Retake it. It's not fair. I bet people have even rewritten college essays when they don't get accepted. Part of me almost wishes I didn't go to this school. Doesn't it feel weird knowing we're being used for an experiment?
I mean, I guess it does a little. But doesn't it also make you excited knowing that we're part of something big? Think about it. Our high school is the first group ever to be implanted with the undo button. Isn't that crazy? We're like time travelers.
Okay, wow. Don't you think you're exaggerating a bit? Shoot. I'm starving and I completely forgot to eat. Thanks a lot, Liam.
Hey, it wasn't my fault.
Whatever.
Mia looks down and pulls up her sleeve, revealing a small metal band on the bottom of her wrist. As she begins to type in a time, she lifts her head and sees a student walking by doing the same. She looks down once more and presses one last button. The lights on the stage dim, and the light again, showing the same scene as the opening.
Yeah, I was thinking I might try to become a doctor. I heard they make a lot of money. The only thing is that I also heard it's a ton of memorizing long words and confusing diagrams.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That seems like a good idea. Plus, if it doesn't work out, you can always go back and try something else.
The curtains close and open to show Liam and Mia walking through the hall together. The phone in Liam's pocket buzzes and lights up.
Oh no, not again. Bella has been texting me nonstop all day about math. What in the world? Mia, you have to see this. Here, take out your phone.
There's no way I read that right. The government has temporarily banned the undo button due to recently discovered complications with the original design. This has prompted many safety concerns that have caused us to prohibit the use until further notice.
Sorry for the interruption, but as I'm sure many of you just heard, the undo button is not currently safe for us to use. Students and faculty are not allowed to use it until it is declared safe again. Out of an abundance of caution, teachers and staff will be monitoring any use of the undo button and will not hesitate to give out detentions. Thank you for your patience.
They've got to be kidding, right? I mean, this can't actually be serious. I don't know how to do anything without it.
Good luck. You're going to need it.
Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean?
No, I don't know. I mean, you do use it a lot. No offense, but you probably use it the most in our class.
Hello? You went back like 3 times yesterday. Even I don't screw up that much.
Well, you can hardly consider it my fault when you spilled your chocolate milk on top of my homework.
When you hit my elbow. But yeah, I can't deal with this anymore. They've got to be kidding, right? I mean, this can't actually be serious. I don't know how to do anything without it.
Good luck. You're going to need it.
Thanks. You too.
Mia and Liam walk into their separate classrooms just down the hall from each other. The curtains close and open again, revealing Mia and Liam walking down the hall together again.
Last period was awful. Bella would not stop bothering me again in math, and I got yelled at for telling her to go away. And to make it worse, we got our tests back. You won't believe how bad I did.
It can't be that bad. There's no way you did worse than me.
Oh, really? Oh, never mind then.
Come on. It's fine. I'll take it again. It's not a big deal.
Hate to break it to you, but you can't really do that anymore.
Don't be a wuss. I literally just did it last period and nothing happened. They said they were banning it out of an abundance of caution. Here, I'll show you. It's not that big of a deal.
Mia, what do you think you're doing? My office, now.
Mia looks back at Liam with a blank expression on her face. Liam shrugs helplessly at her. Mia turns back again and follows the administrator off stage as the curtains close. They open again moments later, showing Mia walking into a small room as the administrator holds the door open.
I thought I made it crystal clear that this is a very serious situation. We cannot have students using the undo button limitlessly if we know that complications are likely possible.
I know. I used it a little bit ago and it worked completely fine.
It might have worked fine that one time, but as an administrator here at Pinewood High, I have to make sure that the safety of every student is my primary concern. I can't have you putting yourself and, frankly, everyone else at risk for danger.
I'm sorry. I didn't think it would be a big deal. I do it all the time.
Hey, I can trust you, right?
Yeah?
Okay, good, because I have some information that you cannot tell anybody. Is that clear?
Mm-hmm.
So you understand how this whole undo button thing is just a test, right? There is no guarantee that it will actually be used. Well, some of my superiors have been discussing this idea and have come upon a problem.
Okay, so what does this have to do with me?
Yes, I'm getting there. The point of experimenting on the kids here at Pinewood High is for a sort of case study. We want to be sure of how it will affect society before it becomes open for public use. But if there is a problem, there has to be a way for us to be able to stop the use of the undo button. Now, they have decided to limit the use of it. So if the occasion were to ever arise, we would know how to handle it. So here's the thing. There is functionally nothing wrong with the undo button.
So now you're just messing with us?
You have to understand that this is still part of what you originally signed up for, and you can't tell anyone about this. We need as accurate results as possible, and another source of error won't help us.
And so you're just gonna lie to every student in the building?
They cannot know. It is imperative that we keep the experiment authentic.
Okay, fine. I won't tell anyone. But I really do have to get to class soon, especially because I can't just go back and listen to what I missed.
The administrator speaks as he leans back again and opens a drawer. He pulls out a pass and signs it for Mia.
All right, here's your pass then. Oh God, I can't remember the last time I used one of these.
Thanks, I'll see you later.
Mia heads out through the door off stage as the curtains close. They open and Mia is talking to Liam in the hall again. They are standing in front of her open locker and she is putting binders into her backpack.
And what did he say once you got to his office?
Surprisingly, it wasn't that bad. I think he calmed down a bit and then he told me the strangest thing.
Really?
Yeah, he yelled at me at first, but he got weirdly calm after that and he let me off with a warning.
Hi, my name is Sophia Schultz. I'm a senior at Christian Brothers Academy, and I wrote the play Safe. What inspired me to write this play was the fear that many high schoolers have going into school every day, just with a lot of uncertainty if something horrible could happen, like many tragedies have occurred across the country with school shootings. and I wrote it to raise awareness for gun safety and mental health issues. I've been writing plays since I was 6 years old, and from writing plays, I grew to love writing in general and fiction pieces especially, and it is a passion of mine that I hope to carry into college and a possible career one day. One of my favorite parts of the Young Playwrights Festival was sitting before the panel of judges and hearing my play read by theater students. That was just a crazy experience for me to hear something that I wrote come to life before me. And listening to all the judges' critiques on my work was just really a great experience and a great way to improve my writing. And definitely my biggest takeaway from the whole experience was getting that advice from these professionals that helped me learn how to take criticism and how to use their advice to improve my writing rather than to just feel like what I had written was bad. And I definitely think that my writing has improved from hearing their critiques.
Pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of death. Amen.
Have there been any updates?
It's been silent. My daughter sent this to me 20 minutes ago, but she isn't responding now. She's probably okay, right? I mean, her phone is probably just on silent. She's okay, right?
Remain calm. You want me to remain calm? I'm sorry, Robert, but our son is in that building right now and he could have a bullet in him or worse. No, you're right. Worrying like this won't do me any good. I'll talk to you later. Have you heard anything from Gloria? Or are you Victor J's mom?
No, Andrew Long is my son.
Well, have you heard from him?
No, I just came from work after I heard what was going on. What's happening?
All we know is that somebody sent their kid to school with a machine gun.
Oh God, I didn't even drive her to school this morning. She was upset with me and took the bus. I never should have let her leave the house without a hug.
Your daughter knows you love her. No morning argument can change that love, trust me. You got a text, that has to mean something.
You're right. I'm thinking too much. Now, how are you so calm? You haven't even heard from your son.
My son doesn't text me when I'm at work. I'm usually busy.
Busy? What could you be possibly doing that's more important than your kid?
Nothing is more important than my kid. He knows he can text me whenever something is going on, always.
Well, something happened. Maybe you should check your phone again.
Stop it. Just stop. Need to keep an eye out for them. It could be any minute now. I never should have let her leave. The schools are too dangerous these days. Too dangerous. She needs to be with me. She is safe with me.
All of our kids will be safe. I know it. It's a mom's instinct.
I wish I had that feeling right now.
Hi, sweetie. If you somehow are able to get this in the middle of all this, I want you to know that I love you so much, Andrew. Okay? I just want you to get out of here so I can just give you a hug and we can be together. I love you. I'll meet you outside.
I just don't understand why someone would do something like this. Jesus, is there no sympathy left in the world? Any good?
I mean, I just don't know what goes through these kids' heads. Andrew's kids in his class have been bugging him forever. Do they know what their bullying does to him? Does to me. I have to sit there and watch him suffer every day. I could see one of them doing something like this.
I mean, I understand boys being jerks, especially teenagers. They're figuring it out. They're making mistakes. But you've got to be more than a jerk to do something like this and open fire on your classmates. I mean, you're just plain evil.
Oh God, when I'm getting home, I am taking our guns apart and smashing them into pieces. I don't care what my husband says. We'll defend ourselves with knives, baseball bats, fists. If my daughter ever got her hands on one,
keep them locked up in a safe out of anyone's hands but your own. Owning guns isn't a bad thing so long as you be sensible about it.
My husband and I are sensible enough not to own guns at all.
I'm a lawyer, and I've made many dangerous enemies over the years. You can never be too careful.
Well, I'm a mother and I don't take jobs that could potentially harm my kid.
Just think about it. This child was once a baby. A mother was handed this innocent kid, and now they're doing this. How does that happen?
Well, when that mom was holding that baby, she didn't know what was going on in its head. She didn't know it was sick. Maybe if she did, she would have given it up.
It's not the child's fault. It's never the child's fault. My oldest son had it all. Depression, anxiety, Asperger's, you name it. But instead of letting it destroy him, I pushed him every day to do better. I showed him love. I got him help. I listened to him. He got better with a little help. If you raise your kid like they aren't worth the time, they'll start to believe it. The mom who held this kid in their hands for the first time, she knew what she was getting herself into. She just didn't put in the effort.
Is that ever enough?
You make it enough. The day I stopped loving my kid is the day I fail us both. He's all I got.
I see someone. Look.
They're coming out in a big group. I can't make out any faces yet.
Will they let us go see them? Can I go look for her?
No, we have to meet them at the evacuation site.
Bullshit. If I don't have my son in my arms, just... Oh my God, I see him. Malachi! Malachi, Mom's over here!
Do you see my daughter? Gloria? Please tell me she's with the group. She's beautiful. My height, brown hair. Please tell me you see her.
No, I don't see. I can't see. I mean, they are moving someone. They aren't moving. Their hair is black and wet. Why is it wet?
Gloria, no, not my baby. No.
Please, Andrew, please come out and I can just give you a hug and we can be together. Andrew, please just come out of this in one piece. I just heard someone say the shooter's outside. We can't stay here. We have to find cover somewhere else.
She's gone. My baby is gone.
You're still here. You need to live for her. We have to move now.
Not without my girl. I can't.
Oh, thank God. Andrew, come this way. Go towards the officers. Andrew, listen to me. Don't. Why are you running away? Andrew, come this way. And no, it can't be. It's locked in the safe. It's in the safe.
Hello, my name is Brianna Ballard. I am a senior at Cicero North Syracuse High School, and the title of my play is Scatterbrained. The inspiration for my play mainly came from a Nice Tea workshop I went to my sophomore year, and I wish I could go back. Oh, the Nice Tea is the New York State Theater Education Association, by the way. So during their last night, there was a student playwriting festival that was just like this one, where it featured high school students' work, and it took my breath away. All of these high school plays were so amazing that ideas just started flowing immediately. And one day I wondered, what if the left and the right side of your brain were people? And then that just turned into a huge concept. And then later I thought, what a better way to use that idea than to have a junior study for his midterms, because honestly, I just thought it was really relatable. And then after drafting and combining a few other writing ideas I'd saved for a little while, Scatterbrained was born. In general, I've been creating and writing stories and songs since elementary school. However, playwriting started to become a favorite when I was a freshman. In fact, I participated in this very contest last year and freshman year. I'd love to continue playwriting in the future and especially start taking classes on this and musical theater writing while pursuing my music degree in college. I want to do something similar to Lin-Manuel Miranda someday, where I would be writing, composing, and maybe even directing and acting in my own musical. Even though I wasn't able to go to the Young Playwrights workshop due to a prior engagement, I had a musical theater rehearsal. I think the best experience I got out of it was listening to professionals critique my work. Their feedback were both fantastic and reasonable, and they straight up told me what they liked, what they loved, the things that they were confused on, and they especially gave such great advice that I can look back on to this day. With all of this being said, my biggest takeaway with this is that possibilities are endless, and I mean that for both writing and opportunities. If you're an aspiring writer, don't be afraid to come up with ideas and try new things with your writing skills, because it could potentially pull off, and if it doesn't, there are various ways to achieve what you're looking for. For example, I had to rearrange my play up a bit more than I thought, and I still found a way to put all the right pieces together, so don't give up. And as for opportunities, if you're interested in them, take as many as you can, but keep in mind time management. A wise teacher once told me that if you're good enough to write a play or even a musical, you shouldn't have to wait. If you're good at something and you want to put your heart out on something, go for it, because I promise you it will be worth it when you do. Thank you.
All right. Next question. What is the difference between vaporization and fusion in terms of heat? I should know this by now. It's midnight already? I should probably go to sleep. No, why study at this point? I mean, it would make my father and brother proud if I passed all of these tests today. Oh, why did my teachers have to assign chemistry, world history, and geography midterms all in the same day? I can't remember all of this.
You could potentially be accurate with that attitude. As John C. Maxwell once said, your attitude towards failure determines your attitude after failure.
Great, just what I need. Another distraction.
My apologies. I only presumed that you were obviously experiencing some pressure and need some assistance. Now I can presume that I'm not needed at the very...
No! Wait! I'm actually glad you're here for once. I can't get the answer to this one. Can you help me out?
Yes. The transformation of states of matter, including melting, freezing, vaporization, and condensation, and all involving the concept of heat energy.
So what's the answer?
No idea.
No, hold on! But you're my logical personality. Surely you must know it.
Well, maybe you should have memorized these answers ahead of time. Also, please don't call me Shirley. You know my name is Maximilian.
Oh, I get it. Like a millionaire. Very creative. Bravo.
You guys need to stop scaring me.
No, Julian, it's needless to remind you once again that the definition of my name is greatest. A rather intelligent name, if I do say so myself.
Oh, so like Greatest Showman.
I hate to interrupt our little reunion again, but I need to study. Maybe you can help me, Julian. You know the answer to this?
Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Mind if I have a look inside?
No. It was an expression.
Damn, I'm never good at those.
Oh, I have an idea. Try coming up with a fun way to remember the answer. Then it should pop into your head.
Julian is actually accurate for once. Introducing a memory device could be very useful as to recalling correct answers. You could use an acronym, an acrostic, a mnemonic structure, or maybe even...
Easy there, Tiger.
But I'm not a tiger.
Use your artistic senses. Try creating a song or a story. Oh, or maybe a dance. Come on, Ethan, let's dance.
Julian, this doesn't really help me.
Shut up and dance with me.
Julian, do not distract him. We don't have time for this. We need to work.
We're not just working, we are using the art of dance.
But dancing in the middle of the night isn't going to help Ethan answer a science question. That in itself is illogical. More importantly, how do we attempt to recall this particular answer if we're clueless as to what it is in the first place?
Oh, I love it when you talk smart. It inspires my creativity. You know your facts too well, Maxie.
Do not call me Maxie. Julian, you know, I do not like being called that.
Oh, come on. It's cute. It suits you well. Get it? He's wearing a suit.
You realize your puns are not as good as you think they are, Julian? I am not cute, and that name I dare not say does not suit me one bit. Please refer to me as Maximilian. We've been over this way too many times.
Enough! Both of you! I've been up all day and night studying my ass off, and I haven't gotten a single break. I'm exhausted. I still need to work on history. I can't even concentrate because of you two, and now I can't even think straight.
Well, since you so desperately need to work on your history, let's talk about history then, shall we? Now, it would all start from the moment you were born.
What? No. No, world history, not my history. Besides, you know how much I do not want to discuss that right now. I have too much to remember already.
That may be accurate, but just look at yourself. For goodness sakes, the condition of your body is no better than your head. As you mentioned earlier, you're exhausted. You have used your brain too many times, and since you can't think straight, maybe it's best for you to stop thinking and let us take care of things.
No.
For you.
No, I am not letting you do this, Maximilian. Help me out, Julian. You're my fun personality.
I know exactly what you need to do, Ethan. You need sleep. Now let's go to your bed, tuck into those comfy blankets of yours, and sleep.
Hold on, Julian. I know I need sleep, but I need to study more. I don't have anything memorized right now.
Perfect. Since your head is open, we can turn back time.
To the good old days.
Enough, Julian. Your ridiculous dance moves and puns are not helping poor Ethan here. We call a major part of his history.
Finally, some help for once. Now, what part of history are we going to talk about?
Ethan's Dark Ages.
Come on, give it a rest.
No, you don't mean.
Yes, Julian. Let's recall the life of Ethan Alexander, a man whose intelligence lacks development, whose gullibility is unlimited, and whose apprehension often induces so much reluctance that he becomes obsessed with his constant self-evaluation.
Please, stop.
Oh, is it my words? Well, I can't help that. I mean, I am your rational side, the one who keeps these sophisticating words in the back of your brain.
I'm aware, Maximilian, but I have work I need to memorize.
Of course, that's so necessary for you to memorize these meaningless subjects that you're constantly been longing for support. In fact, you've always been so desperate. You've always wanted people to understand you, to understand us. No wonder your father left. It's adorable that you're trying to fight the past, but those memories will haunt you for the rest of your life.
Remember, Hakuna Matata, Ethan, Hakuna Matata.
Enough of this, please, just leave me alone.
You already are. Here's a good question. Where's your big brother? He would have helped you with your homework.
Don't you dare mention him. This whole thing is insane.
That's exactly what your brother thought. Of you, at least. Your father couldn't cope with your new behavior, and your brother? He was terrified. He thought you were a monster, an abomination. Or we were. But then it got to the point where your brother couldn't take it anymore. So he grabbed a knife and he stabbed himself.
Don't remind me! My father and brother are both gone. I get it. You can stop mentioning them now. I just can't take this loneliness anymore. I've tried everything to be smart and make everyone proud of me, but I continue to fail. And just everyone continues to be scared of me. Just like the pressure of being a junior is hard enough. But I have no one around to support you or take you seriously on top of 3 midterms. It's terrifying. Maybe I was meant to be alone.
Hey, Ethan. I think I know what you need right now.
Is it sleep? I'm already aware, Julian. You've told me this already.
I may have said and done the most random things, but you need more than sleep, Ethan. As your right-brained personality, you know that I can provide you with creativity and fun, but you keep forgetting that I can also remind you of the positives in your life. Look at the progress you've made. You may see a mess, but what I see is effort that you chose to put in. Many people just don't study. And look how far you've come without your father and big brother by your side. They'd be so proud of you, Ethan. My point is, you can't let the past control your future. You need to relax and focus on now because the present is a gift. Pun intended.
Relax. That's it. I know what I have to do.
Are you going to continue reflecting on your past?
I think he wants to dance! Wait, what is he doing?
He's clearing his mind. Tim, why didn't I think of that? Now that is pure genius, and I, for one, respect that. With that attitude and brain power, I think you'll undoubtedly pass all of these tests. Farewell, Ethan.
Oh, I've always wanted the perfect happy ending. Believe in yourself, Ethan. Hakuna Matata. Bye-bye.
Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Question 22. What is the definition of energy and how is it maintained? Energy is, what's the capacity for doing work? And how do we maintain our energy? Well, I know I learned the answer to this the hard way. Don't use too much of it. Save it. I know I'll need to save mine.